So let's start this out with, I'm not going to edit these. It just took me 12 minutes to figure out how to get the light up and like to set up. I have to hold the phone, but you get what you get, and you're getting the raw footage of what the fuck I'm doing with my life. Instagram's been getting the highlight reel, and I've had a lot of people tell me that I should get on YouTube and explain what's going on. So this is my attempt at that. Nobody needs to comment on just the gloriousness of that. We all see it. We're gonna let that be. It's just doing our own thing. So about a month ago, I decided to put everything I have in storage, and I don't like that light. Get a rooftop car top tent and drive. Put my dog in the car and go. So I did. I've never camped. I don't like camping. I'll be so for real with you, I don't consider this camping. I consider this somewhere I can sleep when I don't have somewhere to sleep, I guess. I don't know. I consider this a bed. Camping is on the ground. I don't do that. So we're living in the lap of luxury. Anyway, as you can tell. So I've never camped. I've never traveled the country. I didn't have a plan other than certain places I wanted to stop. There's really cool apps that you can utilize that'll show you land that you can pull up on and disperse camp, basically. And then there's places you can't do that and you sleep in the car. So that's real fun. Anyway, yeah, also, I'm afraid of heights. And I know people are like, well, on top of a car, like, it's not that high. When I can't stand on a stool without panicking or my knees jostling just a little bit, yeah, it takes me a minute just to get acclimated. So once I'm up here, we're real still, like so still. And I think you can hear in the background, it's like windy. I'm in Utah right now, and boy, did those winds pick up. Like, we talk about behind the scenes. I just had to chase, and I can't make this up. I heard a sound. I knew it wasn't the tent because I can feel it. So that's still on the roof, which that's good. It's my home. So, no, I look in my rear view mirror when I'm sitting, like, we're parked. I have the tent set up. I'm in the car with the dog, and I see the cover of my tent blowing across the desert. I had to get out. I have flip-flops on because I hate real shoes. And like 2 or 3 pairs of socks under my flip-flops because it's called fashion. You can look it up. Hustling across the desert to get my tent cover. That's fun. Also had a couple other people pull up and go farther up the, like, off the beaten path road right here. I didn't see them after they drove past me, nor was I looking because I don't really care, and went to bumper hug because I had to pee. Did my thing, got back in the car, was chilling with the dog for a minute, checking emails, and I see something like out of my peripheral, and I like look, and I look out the window. Yeah, they have a fire going right in the direction of which I let it all out. So that's fun for me. Excited about that occurrence. I mean, it's different. The tent itself is super dope, dude. I have it. This is my comforter, but I have like a 2 to 3 foam inch mattress type thing on there, and then I have my pillows. It gets super warm in here. So even when it's super cold outside, I'm comfortable. Most of the time I leave Monroe in the car with my Ugg blanket and everything because she gets in her little croissant. And that's what I call it when she rolls into like a tiny little ball because she looks like a croissant. And you'll catch up on lingo, it'll be fine. I leave her down there because I've had requests on how to set up the tent, and I'll do that I'll get to that. It took me 4 weeks to get to this, so just give me a second. And I've also had requests of how I get her up here. And I'll tell you, getting her up really, it's not that big of a deal. It's different. Like, I carry her a long ways across me, and I kind of hurl her in, and then pray she doesn't move too much, because again, like, don't rock it. And, getting her down is an act of God. And there was at one point where I thought, wherever we were in that moment, we were just going to have to stay. She was forever going to have to live in this tent. I was forever going to have to live in the car. We're never getting her down. And so if I don't have to, if she's super comfortable down there, which I think she is, she experienced the same thing I did. She knows what that entails. We leave her. Put her down there, snuggle her up. She's got her water bowl, food if she needs it. We're good to go. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to do a video on that because, serious, I don't have Xanax with me and I'm almost out of gummies. So the stress, it's not worth it. I'm on this journey to, like, get away from stress and get away from the bull crap that people tell you how you have to live. You have to have this, you have to do this, you need to be doing this, you're this old, you should be having this. Like, shut the fuck up. No. I want to learn more about myself. I want to be isolated. I want to do things that don't make sense to other people. Or even me. Because, again, I'm afraid of heights and I've never camped and I'm on a tent on top of a car. I'm in a tent on top of a car. So yeah. I mean, there's times where, like, hustling down that ladder at 3 a.m. to pee real quick to get to the bathroom. Usually there's, like, you know, little stations around where you can camp. Is a hard lesson in aerodynamics because the coyotes don't play. It really gets you going, dude. It's the adrenaline. It's also, like, really good for your cardiovascular. Also, you know, testing the limits of your bladder as you pound the gravel. It's not pavement, it's gravel to the bathroom in hopes that your ass doesn't get chomped. You know, like I said, it's not all fun and games, but it is fun. I like it. It's been a good time. We've made it all the way west. We got to California, hang out at the beach for a while, and now we're making our way back, but we're in Utah. So we have a few more stops, couple national parks and such. And if it doesn't snow again, please, dear God in heaven, I owe you so fucking much if you can make it not snow one more time. Just hold off. I don't want it. I don't need it. I'm over it. Arizona threw me, dude. I wasn't ready for that. But yeah, so I'll do a video of getting the tent up. It's super cool. It just has, like, a little crank. It also has a remote, but I can crank it up in, like, 5 minutes. Not even. It takes, like, 2. And, you know, I'll think of other things to delight you guys with, but that's where we're at. It's a 2-person CVT tent on top of my 2020 Blazer, and I'm not mad at it. It's a fun time. So I'll think of other stuff to post, but I figured I would give you guys a little taste of the background, what you see behind the scenes. Also, talk of behind the scenes, I went to, I don't remember what state I was in at this point. I think it was Nevada. Yesterday, day before, it doesn't matter. I looked up a place to disperse camp, found it, start going down the road, right? It's gravel, it's dirt, it's kind of getting muddy. And I'm like, ugh. This does not have 4-wheel drive. Should have asked about that when I got it. But this wasn't even on the radar. This shit just happened, like, 3 weeks before I did it. So it wasn't like I was planning. Ever. But yeah, I start getting into these and then you hear the, and I was like, oh shit. So I pull over like this median of bushes onto like desert land. I don't think you're supposed to be on it, but at this rate, I'm going to be stuck on a road that I don't know anybody's going to travel down in the next 12 days. So I hop the little bush area, get over to the desert, and I'm a little stressed because I don't know how I'm getting back out. I would have to hop it again, and then I'd have to get back on that road that almost swallowed me. So I just put it in park and ate some pasta salad because I don't know what else you do in a time like that. Like, you need carbs. You're wasting a lot of energy just trying to breathe. So I did about 10-15 minutes worth. Figured if someone drove by, they would wonder if I was okay, see if I needed help. No one drove by, which is fine. Put the rest of my little, what was it, pasta salad, back in its little container. You know, just enough for a snack. A little something to get the insulin going again. And hopped it again, peeled out, and found another spot, which was actually really cool. It was like a reservoir area in western Nevada. Had amazing views. 360 mountains. It was great. So it all worked out thanks to the pasta salad. But see, it's shit like that. You don't know until you know. Because I don't know what these places look like based off of the app. Well, I mean, some people take pictures, but I don't know what I'm going to experience or how it's going to be until I get there. And that one taught me. That one taught me. I say that, but I make like the same mistake 6 times. I hope that one taught me. We'll go with that. And, you know, we'll judge it a little bit better before we fully invest ourselves into going down the road that far. But yeah, we're going to hit the Salt Flats tomorrow. I'm pretty pumped about that. The dog and I are going to take our badass album cover photos together and go visit some peeps in the city. Head back south. So yeah, I'll start documenting, and I'll stop saying so yeah, because I feel like I've said that too many times. I'm uncomfortable with it, so I'm going to stop. But thank you for coming to my tent talk. And I'll try to keep posting more of the behind the scenes fuckery of which this journey entails. Because the pictures are great. The locations are amazing. We're having a great time creating memories. But there's a lot of things that go on. Mainly because it's me. Anything can happen. But when you put me on an adventure of this caliber, yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Also, PSA, if you're in this has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but it has everything to do with things I've experienced on this journey. If you're in a grocery parking lot, please look behind you before you back up. I have almost been run over 4 times. 4. Like, I know I'm a small human, but I'm bigger than a 3-year-old. Like, you should be looking. Most cars have a camera. I don't know if you use it. And if you don't, do a little like, check behind you. How have I almost been hit 4 times trying to walk into a store or back out of a store because I realized I don't have my mask? Like, guys, just try a little harder is all I'm saying. Focus a little bit more. Anyway, that's my tent talk. Tune back in for the next episode. I'm sure it'll be full of God only knows.